Hey guys, I just wanted to take a moment to talk to you about why ray tracing is a really big deal, why everybody is very excited for it, especially developers, but why the excitement in the developer community is actually a little bit different than the excitement in the regular gamer community. So essentially, gamers have always loved graphics. They've always been totally zealous for graphics. Like, give me more graphics, more graphics. And I have to say, developers are too. I mean, of course, we love to see these beautiful images, these beautiful landscapes, things like that. So there was a huge drive for this through the 90s, then to the 2000s, and now through the 2010s. It's never really stopped. Games have always been getting more beautiful and better looking. The problem is that it's come at a cost. When you're developing a game, a lot of effort goes into those graphics, a lot of algorithms go into it, things like that. You have specific professions just for graphics programming, just to make sure that everything looks good. And none of that is really going away, but ray tracing actually simplifies a few of these things. The way that lighting currently works in games for it to look as beautiful as possible is not that that lighting is dynamic, it's static. And what I mean by that is that if I have a scene and there's lights in that scene, what I actually do is I pre-render how that light affects the walls, how it affects the cars in the scene, things like that. It's not really rendered in real time. What I do is I use a GPU beforehand. I run it for, let's say, like 3 minutes, churning through this lighting to make sure it looks perfect. It's actually doing essentially the equivalent of ray tracing. And then it outputs these textures that I can then lay on the wall, and it will look like the lighting is very nice. But that's not actually done in real time. That's done beforehand. So I can't change anything in the environment. I can't move that car. I can't move that building. I can't have that building be destroyed, fall down. Sometimes for physics reasons, but mostly for lighting and things like that. The magic of ray tracing, why everyone is so excited about it in the developer community, is that you will now be able to do these things. Instead of having a really static world, and there's a lot of examples of this. Take a look at Red Dead 2, a world that is extremely beautiful, but you can't really do much in it. I think everyone found this to be the case. It was kind of stale, and most of that was because they pushed for graphics and not for dynamism or the ability to do a lot of different things. And so graphics is actually constraining games more than you might think. But with ray tracing, now everything can be dynamic. That building can fall, that car can move. You can move those boxes. When you shoot something, it can fly off. And we see some small instances of this now, but nothing like what we're gonna see with ray tracing. So it's very exciting. So interestingly, it's not actually that games are going to look any better, because we've always been doing ray tracing. We've been doing ray tracing for like 10 years now. It's probably 15, probably even more, just pre-baking lighting and texturing it onto a wall. But now all of that will be dynamic. It'll look just as good, except it's dynamic. It'll be twice as much fun because it'll be a dynamic world, and it'll look just as beautiful. So that's the real excitement of ray tracing, and that's why the developer community is so excited. So it's weird because they show you all these images and try to paint it like the graphics are going to be so much better, but you look at it and you say, like, I don't know, does it really look that much better? I mean, I don't know if I'm crazy, but I don't think it looks that much better. And the reason for that is, as I've explained, we've been doing ray tracing for a while. Except that Marbles demo, that was crazy. But that's a different story. So anyway, if you like this and you want to hear more game developer related thoughts on games, follow, or if you'd like to learn to make games, join our Discord. That would be really cool too. Check the link in the description. We'd love to have you. Have a good day.